For as long as she could remember, Mia had lived in a house where the sky always felt closer than the ceiling. It wasn't large or modern. The paint peeled where the sun lingered too long, and the windows, although slightly fogged at the edges, let in a soft light that kissed everything inside. Each morning, Mia woke up not to alarms, but to a rhythm, the hush of moving air, the distant murmur of flowing water, the subtle creaks of a world that was always alive. She didn't rush to check messages or brush her hair into place. She sat on the edge of her bed, feeling the floor's coolness meet her skin, and listened. Not for anything specific, just to remember she was part of something wide and breathing. She had no schedule, but followed the mood of the sun. When its warmth slid across the floor, it was time to go outside. Not out into the wild, no, but into her world, where she could walk barefoot on soft ground that hummed with tiny lives. She'd pause often, not out of laziness, but because stillness felt like a language. There was a narrow path beside her home, and walking it was like flipping pages in a slow-moving picture book. She knew where the butterflies paused and where the stones looked like sleeping animals. Once, she saw a squirrel with its paws clasped as if in prayer. She didn't take a photo, just smiled and nodded back. Meals were a ritual of gratitude, not of gourmet flair. She picked what grew nearby, sometimes bitter, sometimes sweet, and cooked slowly, letting the aroma fill her space like a lullaby. She believed food tasted better when it knew you waited for it without impatience. When it rained, she didn't hurry inside. She let the drops trace her face and laughed when they surprised her. Her hair clung to her forehead, her dress grew heavy, and the world looked like it had just remembered how to shine. People often asked if she ever felt lonely. She'd shrug gently, not because she didn't understand the question, but because her silence was never empty. It was full of soft hums, delicate rustles, and the quiet joy of belonging. To the wind, the light, the small wonders that didn't ask for names or hashtags. At night, when stars blinked awake, she didn't make wishes. She just looked up and whispered, "Thank you," without needing to know to whom. And somehow, that felt like enough.